What is up, YouTube? Today we're back with another Guild War banger, and it is no longer the Guild War tournament. So we're going to be doing the ML Yulha debut. Now, I do want to quickly just show you guys the screen of her on defense. A lot of you guys on my Twitch stream have been asking me, oh, is she good on defense? Is she not? I think she has some pretty decent potential. I don't know if it's super good just because like it's preseason and stuff, but as you can see, I did get 4 shields with her on defense as I'm in the stronghold. So you can see that I'm not really sure like what they were planning on bringing, but you can see that it's pretty weak to like Janua SPP, Celine, Amid Strays. But one of the problem is I can race the Amid, and also there's like Divine Vessel chances, and I don't know. I just think like this comp is not very safe, but also you have the chance of outspeeding. So you can see all of them died using this comp. I don't know why, but they all died. And this comp I think is pretty hard to tank as well, just because like you can't bring a light unit like Doris, like yulha, because you could just potentially get one shot, and also like War God from from Aravi means you can't really bring something. Oh, you can bring yulha, but yulha is also going to be really weak to ML Huayang. So I think this defense maybe has some potential. But if you guys are wondering what the build is, basically 310 ML Yulha, a standard Destro Arabi, so that I can bridge at the 50% CR cut, and then Huayang is going to be pretty standard as well. But I'll quickly show what the units look like, so you guys have a general idea before I get into the Guild War attacks. So I just had an Arabi that looked like this. Nothing too crazy. Average equipment score, or that's not the right screen. Average equipment score is only going to be 98. You can see that my right side is not very good. And then the ML Hua, I do have 2 of them, but I am running Desho Hua, so for maximum damage on the Divine Vessel and on the S3. Because more often than not, they're not really going to hit into the Hua, expecting, like, because they're going to think it's counter. So pretty much I just run Destro for max damage, and looks like it kind of did pay pretty good dividends in this war. But enough about the defense. I'm going to be debuting her in this video, so if you guys do enjoy, please drop a like, comment for the algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get right into it. Alright, so for the first team, I'm going to be going into Ruel, Dragon Bright Sanya, and Huayang. So I'm going to be going with ML Yulha, who is going to be on counter HP on Master of the Nightmare. I think there's a lot of discussion on just overall in the community right now in terms of how you should build her. I personally am in the camp of either building her like a Laya, where you have her at around 270 speed and just full bulk, right? That's one way that I think is very good. I think the primary way that I'm going to be rocking is counter and HP. If I self-imprint, I also get 74% effectiveness, so that gives me a chance to actually land bleeds, because when I counter, I have a chance of landing 2 bleed effects, and even though it doesn't detonate, it does proc it, so when they get their turn or the extra turn or whatever they have, I do have a chance of just landing bleed for fun. Now, obviously, if you play against Harsetti, I personally pre-met Harsetti in RTA, so I don't have Is on immunity. But if you do have Harsetti open, I think immunity is pretty mandatory, just because you don't want her to get death broken and then shot down by like a Flanus one. So if you guys haven't watched my ML Yulha debut in RTA, please go check that out. But basically, you want to go speed immunity, counter immunity, or just like speed like Laya, and hopefully you ban Harsetti. But in this attack, I'll be going with release HP imprint so that my D-Corvus has maximum HP. I'll be going with ARAM on Prot set on Proof of Friendship at 226 speed. And the reason for this is because my Yulha is going to boost my Dark Corvus 50% CR. That's going to push to around 212 speed, right? And then my ARAM is 13 speed, 14 speed above that. So I'll be, safe from speed RNG so that I can make sure I can go for the superhumanization into the ARAM push into the one shot. And then I'm basically just going to kill off the Huayang first, and should be being chilling. Now, I don't have any souls to actually soul burn, so that might be a bit of a problem, but I'm going to just assume that like 60 to 70k Dark Corvus without S3 soul burn can kill this Hua, assuming it's not POV Aureus. So fingers crossed it's not. Bottom team is going to be Scales, Tenebria, and BBK. So I'm going to be going with Renok at 316 on Discreet Hands. Actually, I'm going to quickly change this over to a faster build just because I kind of need to make sure that this actually doesn't die. Otherwise, it's kind of a toss. So I will go with a 325 build so I don't get outsped. Discreet Hands there, and then I have Veronica because BBK is the immortality on the first turn. I'm not going to be changing this over to its bulk build because I just can't be bothered, but you want to go hit chance here and then bulk build if you are going to be planning on hitting BBK. I personally am not going to be, so I don't think it matters too much, apart from getting feared or stunned or something like that by this. Drinking King Sharoon obviously is a primary bridge for the Renak, so I can get the 4k fixed damage. And basically, I'm just going to proc the Immortality, kill, and everything should die. So let's go right ahead.
You be careful now, okay?
Oh, fuck. My D Corvus is ahead.
Preparations.
I should have accounted for speed RNG, huh? I didn't do the extra 5% on ARAM. Now my tuning's all messed up. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alright, I'll just S1 then. Not a big deal. So, I'm, what, 94k HP Dark Corvus? 94k. Surely this kills. Oh yeah, that's killing for sure. What the fuck? I don't even have Soul Burn, man. That's so dumb. Alright, well there's 2 light units now that are going to be going into... Okay, it's not going into Decorv. Hopefully this goes into Decorv.
A few moments later.
Let's see it. Boom.
Give it a go.
114k.
Will I be enough?
That can't be balanced.
It might hurt.
Holy shite.
You called for me.
114k damage.
Vitals check. Looking good.
We're so cooked for Guild War defense, man. How it's like, oh, like what if you can't outspeed? If there's a Harsetti, maybe you can Litica this. But it's like now now you have to ask on defense. How do you tank a fucking 114k Soulburn Dark Corvus S3? GG, you don't.
You be careful now, okay?
The bleed damage is pretty significant though. You can see that it's chunking for like 5.6k every time I land double bleed. Like right there, boom.
Stand in line, please.
And then we get another soul burn. 4 bleeds this time, 3 bleeds. Still good, really good chip damage. Decorv is slowly getting his turn. I will boost Decorv.
Preparations complete. Now it's your turn.
Well, I just feel like this makes it so Guild War offense is even easier. There's like more tools than ever to help you win on Guild War attacks. So I don't know if I love that, but like it also is what it is, right? yulha is, she's designed to force us to, you know, pick bruisers and stuff.
Forgetting something?
So this one I don't want to hit BBK because I don't want it to actually counter me, right? I also don't want to get feared by counter scales, but this is around like 280 speed, so that's pretty fast. So that leads me to believe that it's not going to be on counter. And you can see that BBK is very thick, right?
Aren't we?
Or it's not thick, she's very slow, which means that the chances of her being on counter is very high. Okay, immortality procs. Should I try and tag the scales? I guess so.
Do whatever I have to. For a better tomorrow.
See if I can tag her with 180 effectiveness. Beautiful. Immortality gone. Immortality gone again. I just gotta wait. I get the combat readiness there. Boom. IS3. Boom.
Prepare for battle, everyone.
Oh shit. Am I gonna be able to kill this in time?
Assist me.
I was careless.
Should be fine. What? 3v1? There's no way, right?
Do you have a past that has wrought
I'll be shocked if 3v1 I lose.
Let me change you. This isn't
Now we're fine. Cascade is way too much damage. Beautiful. Okay, nice and clean. Let's try to find some more yulha defenses. Oh, let's go. Alright, so for the second attack, it's going to be Freerin, Ruel, and Runka. So I'm going to go with Genesis Rast this time to see how much damage we can do. Nurse Yulha on the same build, counter, and HP set, Master of the Nightmare. I'll be going with Bellion this time, who is going to be on Aureus on Prot set. I do have a second Bellion who is on 3F, but that's a speed build, so I'm just going to use my Prot build since I don't want him to cut in front of my Ross. Then my Raz is going to be on Destro HP on like a... Excuse me, on like a nuke build on Precious Connection. So I'm just going to basically S3 and then just nuke, since this should full pen and just kill everything. Bottom team looks pretty easy. There's double or dark units, so I'm gonna go with Celine, who's the light bait, speed, and pen set on summer photogenic, so I can hit through the scales passive. And then I have SSA to give 3-turn immortality to my Celine. And then Christie is going to be on Bastion of Perlucia on a really just high ER build, so I can make sure I don't get feared by the scales. Hopefully it'll be fine. So let's go right ahead.
Shall I give it a go?
All right, here we go. Let's. We do cut. Perfect.
Vitals check. Looking good. Now.
See how much damage this does.
Shall we end
63k Ross. Let's see if everything just
There
dies.
was never a place for you to belong in this world.
Sorry. Guess I'm going first.
Well, it definitely does.
I'll shine through the despair.
Hopefully it brings back Arunka and not Freerin. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Well, if Freerin gets the press, this is going to be kind of annoying, but whatever. Okay, we tanked it. I don't think we're tanking this one, though. Yeah, we sure are not.
Will I be enough?
So, I'm just going to S1 this. Oh, shit. Okay, I don't want to hit that again, so... I'm just going to let the Ross kill. Okay, there we go. Now I can go for the Soul Burn, Collapse.
Judge your sins.
S2. God damn.
A simple task.
So much damage, man. So much damage. You could probably go Adamant Shield Belly in there so she doesn't die too, I think. That would have been better optimization, I would say. So this is fastest. I'm just gonna try to kill the Scales.
I was
Okay, Scales is dead.
Footsteps following me.
My Christie and my SSA shouldn't be able to die to the Divine Vessel. Now I just S3. Now I would like to think that I can't get one shot at 25k HP, right? Yeah. Surely I don't die. I'll just put up Immortality on my Celine anyways, and just make sure. S3 here.
I should just try a bit harder.
Okay. Chilling. Even if it's Summer Photogenic, that means it won't have attack though to kill my Achilles, I think. Now I could potentially die to like maybe like a counter lethal Whisper build. Like Shepherd of the Hollow, so I guess we're fine. Alright, we'll just S1 this.
Showtime.
Just S1.
I cannot let you pass.
S1 again. Counter. Now we S1. We ate a counter. We have the mitigation, so it's fine. And the immortality, obviously. We heal back up to full.
I'll hug you tight.
One more immortality, I think. So this is where I burn. He does not counter, but I will get my S3 back up. And then BBK is gonna move. And then we just counter again. I think the immortality should all be gone now, so she just died to S1. Beautiful. Nice and clean. Alright, on to our last attacker, yulha. Let's go right ahead. Alright, so for my last attack of today, it's going to be Ross, Scales, and BBK. So I'm going to go with Litica here, who will be able to land Restrict, Renewed Will. And then I will go with Frida to Soulburn for my Litica, and then Bird's Eye View to generate souls. And then my Celine is going to be on Summer Photogenic, so I can ignore the damage transfer. Basically just bind everything, restrict it so scales can't cut, push, and then just kill, and then just leave Rats for last, and it should be fine. Bottom team is going to be Arunka, Ruel, and Setsuka, so I'm going to be Singji for the anti-revive with Spotted Mouse Hair Tie so that my Ras can soul burn on turn 1. I'll be going with Nurse Yulha again on counter HP, as you guys have seen in the previous 2 attacks. And then Ross is going to be on Symbol this time on Destro HP because obviously there's a Satsuka, so I want to minimize the miss as much as I can because these have 30% dodge. I have 20% hit, so there's only a 10% dodge chance. Low enough, at least in preseason, right? And also it's going to be the CR push EE on Shinji, so hopefully it's all good. Let's go right ahead. Here we go. Soul burn. Boom. S3. Okay, now I can S3. I'm probably gonna S3 scales just to make sure I can kill. Because if she doesn't die, we're in big trouble. So first thing I will do is proc the second BBK mortality while I have the skill nullifier. Then I will go with scales to kill her. And then I will S3. Now, since BBK is blinded, I can just go for an S1. I don't think I really need a soul burn at the moment, since I'm pretty healthy.
You can't go back.
Goes into skill null, 0 damage. Shepherd of the Hollow could be on a counter build, but doesn't matter because we can just make sure she dies. We're gonna S1 here. So I guess this is kind of the scary part where it's just like a 1 in 3 chance to straight up lose. Hopefully it doesn't go on Celine. Perfect. Beautiful. As long as it's not Celine, we're chilling.
Perish.
We let Litica die. It's whatever. We heal. We S1. We soul burn. So he could be on Holy Sacrifice, so I'm just going to press S3 just in case. Because I think the Holy Sac is the second one that follows, right? So just to make sure it's not on Holy Sac. I don't want to deal with that oopsie. Because we already won the 1 in 3, so hopefully we don't lose the Holy Sac as well.
Is it time to draw my sword?
Okay, so it was not Holy Sac. I think I saw Precious Connection actually, but I wasn't really paying much attention, so whatever. Okay, Lethal Whispers. We will S3.
Darkness can become your light.
Okay, my favorite Cunny, by the way. S3.
That's enough whining. Time to be fun anew.
Okay. So I could go for a Soul Burn S2 to lower her down, but honestly, like, fuck it, I ripped that shit raw, dude. I'm going in. Nose on them. Boom. Now lethal procs, but it's like, who cares? Oh, I actually landed a bleed. Damn. GG. Nice evasion, bro. Nice one shot by the Ross with the yulha superhumanization. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's Guild War video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this one, just seeing like the super high HP on some of these units. And honestly, I think we'll make a follow-up video on ML Yulha and try to use her in more attacks in the future ones, like starting on Monday. But my overall thoughts, I think I've already, said it so many times. I think Yulha is not insanely broken, but she is very strong. She's not like a Scales or like Veronka level type broken, I would say, but she's like slightly just behind it, right? If those units are like triple S plus, then Yulha's probably like a double S, right? Still very, very good. Is she worth your Mystics? I would say yes. Yes, it is. If you're missing a lot of the ML5s, since especially units like Scales, Veronka, and stuff like that, they're not going to be coming around into the Mystic coin rotation. So that's something to be mindful of as well, I guess. And if there is a headhunt at some point in the year, they're also not going to be included either. But nonetheless, that's going to be it for today's Guild War video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you haven't already, comment for the algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye!